When Beauty and the Beast was in Buffalo, they were having a rehearsal. Someone who was on the cleaning staff was up watching the rehearsal when somebody was suddenly behind him said, "Isn't it wonderful?" And he turned to see this distinguished gentleman with a gray flannel suit. He looks again and the man was gone.
Every theater has its hauntings, and Buffalo's Shea's is one of what I call those Hollywood cases, where there's a recognizable ghost.
My name is Sarah Hood. I live in North Tonawanda, New York. I'm a volunteer in the restoration project at Shea's, and I've been working there approximately 7 years. I had just recently started as a volunteer, and I had walked upstairs into the balcony area and went out into the theater, and it was dark in the theater. They were doing work. I think there were possibly lights on the stage. And I was standing there and kind of looking around the theater and all of the work that we had to do yet to bring this theater back to life. And all at once I sensed a presence to my right, and I turned and looked, and there stood this gentleman, very distinguished looking gentleman. He had a white mustache, and he said to me, "Isn't it magnificent?" And I turned back and I said, "Yes, it is, and when the volunteers are through, it's even going to be better than when it was first built." And when I turned back, he was gone. And that was just a matter of an instant. I went downstairs and I told Doris Collins, who was the head of the restoration at the theater, what had happened. And I said, "Nobody can move that quickly." And she asked me to describe the gentleman, which I did, as I just described it here. And she said, "Come with me a minute." And she took me up to the first floor and took me back into, it was like a secluded area really, and showed me this portrait. And she said, "Is this the one you saw?" And I said, "Oh my gosh, yes." And then I got goosebumps, and I'm getting them now as I'm talking, because this was what I saw, and it was Michael Shea.
Some people, of course, who work at the Shea's don't know anything about a ghost. They don't believe in them, they don't experience anything. But yet there is a big tradition of a haunting among other people you talk to at the Shea's.
I think it's safe to assume that every theater has a ghost story. When we're saturated in an environment of beauty, the beauty works to open up our own faculties, and when they are open, we may be able to see into higher than normal things. So the beauty of Shea's may in fact have some influence on people's openness to see what is above the normal perception, because their perceptions are being raised by the grandeur and the elegance and the beauty of it.
Now, as to explain why he appeared to me, I have no idea. I was lost in the moment. I don't think you go looking for spirits. I have never heard of spirits appearing before. This was a unique experience for me. I think that these are just things that happen in time when this spirit wishes to be disclosed. I think they will appear, and this is what I believe happened.